Hey everybody, it's Alex from Need My Fishing Fix. I'm out here in my gazebo because it's too darn hot to be outside of it. It's getting real hot around here in Utah. So, real quick update, wanted to let you guys know I do not have a winner yet for the giveaway. They have not come forward. It has only been 24 hours, but I'm really hoping we hear from them soon. I mean, obviously, if you're watching this in the future, that's completely null and void. That does not matter to you. But let's go ahead and get to this. What I wanted to do is I wanted to start a new segment to my channel. And what I figured we'd do is we'd do carp myths and facts. Let's get to it, guys.
Number 1.
All right, so comment number 1. Carp were introduced to my lake illegally. Now, unless you're talking about Asian carp, most cases, this is actually wrong. Common carp were originally introduced from Germany to California in 1831 out of a stock of 5. By 1870, the stock had grown up to 60,000. By this time, overfishing had lowered the native stocks to drastic levels, and we needed a new food source. We needed a new population fish. And thus carp were introduced all across the United States, starting in 1870.
Number 2.
All right, comment number 2. Carp are voracious feeders and will stop at nothing short of world domination. As far as this, there's some truth and there's some false to this. Carp eat a lot of food. So do catfish, so do bass. Get where I'm going with this? Larger fish eat a larger amount of food. Whales, for example, eat the smallest organism, and they eat tons of them. And they eat this daily. As for world domination, carp were introduced all over the world. And only in North America and Australia, which share temperatures and extremes and locales as the rest of the world, are the only ones really struggling with this fish.
Number 3.
Carp, once introduced to a lake, cannot be removed. I hear this one all the time. This is absolutely false. In China, a place where common carp were introduced, they are actually on the watch list for endangered species. And it's not native threats that harm these fish, it's human threats, it's human consumption that threatens the population of common carp in China. Carp are also very susceptible to many diseases and viruses that affect only their species.
Number 4.
Common carp are imported all over the world for food. I hear this one quite a bit. This is actually only partially true. In many locations across the world, this fish is brought over to not only be consumed, but as a prize sports fish. They are bred for their different colors and patterns, and in some places they're even revered. Common carp have their place in the world. We just got to pick one of those and enjoy it.
Number 5.
When carp were introduced to the United States, we were completely unaware of carp breeding, eating habits, etc. This is very arguably false. This fish was well known before we even colonized the United States. The Complete Angler was written in 1653 by Isaac Walton and spoke extensively about carp and every one of those attributes that we worry about now.
Number 6.
In the United States, common carp were only a food source until we had found better tasting fish. We had already overfished our native species. These fish take seasoning well and are overly tasty. Have you ever had walleye? This fish replaces walleye in many restaurants without you even knowing it. Knowing from experience, this fish flavor profile changes from walleye to catfish with size. They can be pressure cooked and turned into salmon patties, and they taste just the same. Bottom line, this is false. Carp have and continue to be very tasty. People are just lazy. Carp take a bit more prep, and that's the truth. Thanks guys, thanks for watching. This is the first installment of Carp Facts and Myths. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button.